Hi, welcome to Movie Digest. Today's film is a true life drama story from 2020, titled Penguin Bloom. Spoilers ahead. The opening scene shows a woman swimming in an ocean, and a voice explaining his mom's love for the ocean and how she met his dad while they were teenagers, and have been together ever since. He also talks about himself when he was 4, and his family, the Blooms. He further explains that everything was perfect until summer came, and he and his siblings wanted to go to Disneyland, but his mom and dad chose Thailand instead. The scene fades with him screaming his mom name as he sees her fall off a high balcony she tried resting on. The next scene shows Samantha Bloom dreaming and calling her boys, but they seem not to hear her. She then wakes up, and her sons are seen playing in the living room, and Cameron, her husband, tells one of them to go check on her. She struggles to sit upright as her husband goes to call Noah to come down and help him out. While Cameron comes to help Sam out, the voice, which we now know to be Noah, continues to explain that his mom broke her back and the doctor called it T6, but his mom calls it her bra strap. As Cameron takes Sam to the bathroom, he watches them, and the voice continues to explain that his mom does not feel anything from her back down, except when she has hiccups. After a while, Sam kisses Ruben and Oli as Noah watches from afar. She then bid them all farewell as they head to school in their father's car. Sam is left all alone at home, and after looking at some recent photos of her at a high cliff far away, she closes the curtain and stays in the dark till her mother, Jan, arrives. Jan is not happy with her staying alone in the dark, and she opens up the curtain and then helps clean up her house. The following day her sons are at the beach bank gathering up some sticks, and Noah sees a magpie bird beside a lizard. He takes the bird home to show his mom, and she tells him he should have left it there, but he insists that it could have died. Cameron tells them it would need a name, and Noah names the magpie bird Penguin, because she is black and white. At night Penguin makes some noise, and Noah goes to check on her and calms her down. The next scene shows Oli touching Sam's legs and asking if she could feel anything. Noah asks her why she does not like the bird, and she responds by saying it is a wild bird and cannot stay with them forever. Cameron returns from work and asks Sam how she is and the pain. She responded by saying she was fine and gave a sheepish grin. Cameron informs them he would like them to have dinner on the beach, and the kids are all happy hearing this, and he also allows them to take Penguin along, but Sam tells them she will not be going. Before leaving, she tells Cameron in her room never to ask her questions about how she was in front of her sons again, as she never wants to lie to them again. At night, Sam hears Ruben calling Cameron, and he goes to check on them. He sees that both Oli and Ruben have vomited in the bathrooms, and he cleans them up. He returns to his room and tells Sam they were fine, but she ends up crying because they did not call her due to her condition. She felt useless and wished she had never had the accident, and Cameron tried to calm her down. Noah is in his room and overhears Sam talking, and he begins to recount their vacation experience in Thailand. Then we could see how Sam tried to rest on the balcony fence rails and suddenly fell down, with blood gushing from her head. The next scene shows Sam waking up from a dream, and Cameron walks into the room. She tells him about her dream, and he tells her he is there for her, but she tells him it is not enough, and she tells him to leave her alone and get the kids to school. Sam agrees to watch Penguin when Noah asks her to before he heads out to school. Sam became agitated by Penguin commotion as they all departed, and turned on some music to drown its noise off. She suddenly notices that the penguin noise has stopped, so she goes to see what happened. She then helps Penguin out of the honey she was trapped in, and then uses a towel to clean her body. Sam finally bonded with Penguin, and as she was petting it, Braun, her friend, came to check on her, but she did not respond to her call. With time, they all become attached to Penguin as she got stronger and fatter but could not fly yet. Jan comes visiting with Kylie, Sam's younger sister. Kylie invites Sam out for lunch, and she agrees. They finally go out for lunch, and while they are discussing, two ladies walk up to meet them, and one of them, who happens to be Braun, tells Sam she came to her home. Sam replies by telling her she was at the physio and thanks her for the flowers she brought. On returning home, Sam looked at some of her photo frames and began smashing them all in rage. Her husband returns home with the kids, and they are all surprised to see the mess she has caused. Cameron tells the kids to go to their rooms and talks to Sam as he cleans up the mess she caused. The next scene shows Sam staring at herself with a hand mirror and Penguin moving around her. The next day Sam allows Penguin to go outside, and she watches as it tries to fly. Cameron sees her and takes a snapshot of her with his camera. He then meets her and tells her they should try something new. He hands over a pamphlet to her, which reads "Make a Connection Kayaking." She returns it to him and heads back to the house. Cameron is unhappy with her attitude, and they engage in a mild argument as she goes to her room and bangs the door. While Noah was cleaning up penguin poo, She headed towards Sam's room, and he followed her. He opens the door and sees Sam on the floor, struggling to position herself well. He helps her out and leaves the room on her order. As Noah leaves the room, Penguin begins to look around the room and finally flies out of the house. The kids are happy to see her flying, and they begin to cheer her up as Cameron goes to help Sam in her wheelchair, so she can also see Penguin fly. Sam finally agrees to go for the kayak paddling session training, and they all move to the destination where they meet with Gay. They all watch her as she does the training. After training for a while, Gay tells her to tip over as it is the most important part of the lesson. Sam initially rejects to do it, and Gay taunts her that she would tip her out, but that does not move Sam as she tells her she would not do such. But eventually, Sam decides to do it, and she enters the river and returns to the top, swimming with her arms. At night Sam stays close to a burning fire, and Cameron goes to meet her and commends her for a job well done. She thanks him for pushing her to do it and tells him she is sorry he has to live with her condition. He tells her she should not be sorry as he considers himself the luckiest man on earth, and she asks how so, and he responds by saying that after her accident, he thought he would never see her, but here she is in front of him. After talking for a while, they both laugh and kiss each other as the scene fades. Sam progresses in her training and is now becoming very lively and happy. The following day is Sam's birthday, and they all come to the room to wish her, after which the boys measure their height as well as Penguin's. The next scene shows Noah in his room watching a video clip, and Sam arrives and asks him what is happening. He said he was fine and began packing the photo frame on the floor. They all go to Jan's house together with Penguin, and she is happy seeing them all. Kylie gives Sam some of the things she bought for her, as the doorbell rings, and it's Gay who comes visiting as well. Noah allows Penguin to go play outside, and they all have lunch together. While eating, Cameron and Jan are caught up in a mild argument about Sam, and she tells her boys to go jump in the pool. They continue to argue, and Gay attempts to leave their midst, but they tell her to stay. As soon as they settle it and Jan tells Cameron she is sorry, Sam shushes them and asks if they can hear some noise. Cameron quickly gets up to check and shouts at some other magpie birds fighting with Penguin. He then runs down to help her, but as he gets there, Penguin flies off in fear of the other birds. They go out to look for Penguin but cannot see her and return home. Before they got back home, Sam goes to Noah's room and watches a video clip of him on his laptop, blaming himself for her accident. She is unhappy seeing this and weeps. They finally return home, and Noah rushes to his room without looking at his mom. Ruben comes to meet her and asks if she was angry at Noah and that anyone could have let her out, and she replies by saying she knows. Noah goes out at night searching for Penguin and calling her name all through, but she is nowhere to be found. The next day he goes out to look for her but does not still find her. He then returns home, and Cameron tries to comfort him. Ruben asks if she is dead, and Cameron responds by saying she is just scared and would surely find her way back home. Sam gets involved in the talk, and she tells Noah he is not to be blamed for Penguin and her accident. Cameron quickly cuts in and says they should not turn the matter into something else. Noah tries to walk away, but Sam tells him not to, and he finally speaks out by saying everything was his fault and he is the reason she broke her back. Sam tells him it is not so, and he asks why she does not want to talk to him or be near him. She responds by saying she has made many mistakes and is just terrified, as she wishes every day that they never went on the bloody roof. She then informs him that it was their decision, and he is not to blame for anything. Sam then apologizes for not being strong enough to help him comprehend and get through it, since she was not strong enough to go through it herself. She assures him she is ready to make things right and hugs him, as the others approach to hug her. The following scene shows the boys going to school, and they bid their mum farewell. Sam also goes for her training, and Gay is happy to see her progressing well. The next day, they plan a surprise for Sam, and Cameron covers her face with a blindfold. Oli opens up the blindfold, and she sees Gay standing beside her truck, and her mum and sister Kylie also come out. Cameron then tells her they are going out for fish and chips and then points to a tall cliff far away. She agrees to go there, and her mum, Cameron, Kylie, and Gay carries her all along. They eventually arrive and place her down. She then envisions herself rising up and walking near the river to feel the waves, but it is all a dream as her husband arrives to sit alongside her. She then asks him to ask her the question she warned him not to ask her, which he does, and she answers by saying she is better, and they both kiss and hug themselves. When they arrive home in the evening, they all hear a sound, and Sam wonders if it is another bird, but the boys quickly come down from the car and claim it is Penguin. They are all relieved to see her around the back. The next day, while Sam was arranging each photo frame, which also exhibited Gay and Penguin, Penguin grabbed a little piece of fabric in her teeth and led Sam to the bedroom. She then flies outside via the window. Sam goes to meet Penguin, and she flies to her hands. As Sam inquires what she is up to, she flies away from their home, and Sam thanks her. The movie then ends. Then the credits are displayed on the screen, explaining that Sam Bloom went on to compete in the World Kayaking Championships, and she later became a 2-time World Adaptive Surfing Champion. It was also stated that wherever Penguin is, she will always be part of the Blooms. Then a real picture of the Blooms in Newport, 2015, is displayed on the screen. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications to watch more videos like this.